All right, Jordan, thank you for joining me. We got the side topics of the week. And the first one I wanted to talk about is, I get all these ads, and this is how I even like decided on using this app in the first place. I'm talking about TickPick, the app, you use to get tickets, and their big claim to fame is that they don't have any fees. The price the price you get on the screen, say if you're going to a concert, it says $100. That's the price you're paying. You're not like, and yeah, technically they bump up the prices a little, including fees, but you're not getting surprised. You're not clicking on a $100 ticket and it's like, holy crap, it's like $220, right? So that's the big claim to fame for them. But recently, and I bought tickets to go to a baseball game, a Milwaukee Brewers game, like a few weeks ago, and they did add fees. It wasn't a lot, but they still did add fees. They had the regular prices, and then I went to check out, and it was like $5 to $10 in fees. So, and I do believe TickPick is also I don't know the proper word for this, but like part of the which app is Ticketmaster? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. They're part of Ticketmaster, so they're not even completely their own separate thing. So TickPick, they have been very reliable the last couple seasons. I've used them for like sports games and whatnot, but like beware, they may be adding fees soon. So that's my first side topic. Jordan, what you got?
I know we mentioned this earlier in the show, but I just want to mention it again. Shout out Lee Corso. Um, Amazing career. Hope he has the best in retirement. I know he's 90, so unfortunately we don't know how much time he has left. But I hope he enjoys it the best he can.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing career, and I like how Jake put it, time with his grandkids. But um, another thing I wanted to add, I thought this was interesting, and I actually have the link to this one, so if you want to read more of the story. But Deion Sanders, for his football players at Colorado, is setting a strict standard, and Deion Sanders, him and his family, his sons, make some unusual headlines sometimes, and not that they do bad things, but they have such high egos, they think so high of themselves, that like sometimes they make headlines for the wrong ways. But in this one, I sort of think they're making it for an interesting one. Deion Sanders is saying that he's sending people around Colorado's campus, like his guys or whatever, I don't know, to see the football players. Are they having a good dress code? Are they wearing the slides to class? They're going to get in trouble. Or are they wearing hoodies to class? Are they sitting in the back? Are they wearing AirPods during class? Then they're going to get trouble. He's setting a standard that, academics like matter, you should take them seriously. So, overall, I mean, I don't know who he's hiring to like walk around and see what these kids are up to. But if you're getting mad over this, I don't know what to get mad over. I mean, this is he's trying to keep these students in line. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, going on that. I believe we had the same thing in high school. I believe coach, sent players or not sent players, sent people around like to, spy on these kids to see what they were doing in class, if they were taking academics seriously. Um, I know all the players were required to show coaches their grades every Friday before game day, to know if they were going to sit out the game or not. But I just thought that was interesting too. I think we had the same thing in high school.
Yeah. I wanted to add because we were going to talk about this in a topic, and Jake did not know exactly how he wanted to talk about it. So I'm going to bring it up just a little bit, not quick. I wanted to say congratulations, the big headline of the week. So, we're a pop culture show, so I think we should cover it at least a little bit. Congratulations to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. One thing I do wonder is Taylor Swift going to change her name? Like that's what the wife usually does, right? Is she going to be Taylor Kelsey? I sort of doubt that, to be honest. Probably not, right, Jared? What?
Well, if Taylor Kelce is her real name, I mean, obviously just gonna keep the name Taylor Swift like throughout her pop music and all that, because it's gonna be very weird for fans to refer to her as Taylor Kelce. But I also wanted to mention, so Evan said that was the biggest headline of the week. I don't know if this is a bigger headline or not, but on Wednesday, I believe it was, the Dallas Cowboys traded Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers for defensive tackle Kenny Clark and I believe two first round picks. Um, Jerry, what are you doing, my guy?
Yeah.
Um, when you see a big star like this, usually they're traded to the other conference. So I just want to know what the heck is going through Jerry's head right now.
He lost, just simple. He lost the negotiation. He took a bet, and my Titans did something similar. They lost. They thought, okay, we can go without AJ Brown, and we paid a defensive tackle and no shot to Jeffrey Simmons, but that didn't work out. He lost. He paid Dak Prescott, and he did not pay the better player. And I think Dak Prescott's actually a better quarterback than some people give him credit towards, but still, he's not performing in the playoffs. Micah Parsons is not just one of the best defensive players in the league. Him along with Miles Garrett and sometimes TJ Watt, those are like generational talents. Those are teams that can get you. Those are players that can like elevate your defense, get you a couple more wins in the regular season, and get you home playoff games. So you traded a generational talent. Your entire team falls on Dak Prescott now. Good luck. But that's my simple thing. It's what happened. He lost. He lost the negotiation. He paid the wrong player. And they're going to pay a price.
And then I just find it funny that Dallas, you had the Michael Parsons trade, and then a few months ago you had Eagle Harrison of the Mavs get trade Luca. So I just find it funny that both were in Dallas.
Yeah, no, I do, and especially within a year time frame. Yeah, not a fun time to be. Dallas Stars are
Yeah,
decent
that's
sometimes for in hockey, but not a
yeah, that's
fun
kind of
time.
crazy. That's crazy.
I do want to finish what I was saying on the Swift and Kelce thing though, because I get it can be annoying, and I agree. I think the Parsons was probably the biggest sports news of the week. Uh, this is the biggest pop culture, and I get it can be annoying. Like why is the NHL account posting about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift getting married? Like, what does that have to do with hockey? Right? But so they sort of relish in that and all that, but like this is like, Tom for sports fans, this is like Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl. This is like, for I don't want to get into politics, but like MAGA for Trump winning the election. Like this is like for young girls, like this is their moment for that. Like they've been waiting for this. Like what guy is she gonna
That's
settle down
crazy.
with? Like so this is a big moment for them. I'm not saying we have to care because this is not really our lane. But it for some people it is still a pretty big deal. So I think that was worth mentioning. But
I mean, I personally think it's kind of annoying. The NFL's always spotlighting her. I get like she's dating and is going to marry an NFL player. But I remember back to one incident back against the Jets a couple years ago. Isaiah Pacheco scored. They showed Taylor, and I'm like, what the heck does Taylor have to do with Isaiah?
with Isaiah Pacheco, yeah. Hopefully this season, because I think this will be Travis Kelce's last season. Hopefully, okay, they do their little farewell tour. I wish they wouldn't like show them every, but you know what? They're going to do it. And then hopefully, like after this season, it sort of fades away once Travis isn't playing football. But
Exactly.
um,
Exactly. I mean, it's Taylor's probably one of the most famous women on the planet. So, well, might be the most famous woman on the planet. So, and the NFL wants to grow some more, and there are a whole bunch of Swifties out there. So that's probably why they're doing it.
And the last thing I wanted to add, I don't know if Jordan has anything else, but the last thing I wanted to add was about the MLB schedule for next year just recently got released this past week too. And the White Sox, they play my team, they play in Milwaukee, AL, NL, but also a pretty big that's a trip a lot of Sox fans make up, no matter if we're good or bad. Like I went there last year when we were having one of the worst, or not one of the worst season ever based on win percentage. And there were still a ton of Sox fans there. So to have that on opening day, that's pretty cool. And it looked like there were some good matchups on opening day next year too. So looking forward to 2026 there.
Yeah, I unfortunately did not really look at the schedule for next year, because I'm just thinking what the heck happened this year? Why are the Braves so bad? I mean, injuries have a big part of that, but our offense cannot hit a beach ball, so that's besides the point. I want to. I think I did look at opening day, and I want to say we start with the Royals, but I'm not sure about
It
that.
looked, oh wait, no, this is June. Yeah, I pulled it up. Yep, at home against the Royals, and then you start with the home series against the Royals and the Athletics, and then your first road series is at Arizona. So Royals, that's a solid home opener. Bobby Witt coming to town.
I might be going. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be solid. Better, hopefully better than this past season for you. Yeah,
Because we came into the season with the second best odds to win the World Series, and they're going to miss the playoffs for the first time in 8 years.
crazy.